Well, we won the big one on the road. Winning on the road is always big, and then of course, you don't want to lose any conference home games, and so that was our first conference home game. So to win that one and get started on the right track there, I think it's big. So we're 2-0 where we should be. If you look at it on the paper, those are two games we were capable of winning, and so we won. So I mean, I think it really would have hurt us. I don't know how much confidence it gave us, but it definitely would have hurt our confidence, I think, if we had lost either one of those games, because they're games that we knew we were capable of winning. Like I said, I think it's important that we're 2-0 because there are two games we should have won. And so, it was and we had to fight hard for both of them. So, I mean, I think they are two wins that are going to make us better in the long run, because it's not like we put our best foot forward in either one of the games and just, made some big plays at Eastern New Mexico to win and made our free throws. And of course, obviously against West Texas, you know, in regulation and in the first overtime, obviously WT had an opportunity to win the game, and we just fought and didn't let them. So, I mean, I think that was a big deal. And when we get in that, and the games we have lost have all been close losses where we've made poor decisions or missed shots and lost them. So I think if we had lost one more like that, it would have been really detrimental for our season. Because, we're not going to have games where we're going to blow people out very often once you get in a conference. And so most of the games are going to be close. So I think to pull that one out really was important, because the ones we have lost, we missed free throws or we turned the ball over and lost those. So I think it was a big deal. I mean, they're the defending conference champions. They only had they lost their one senior who was their point guard. I mean, she was a big part of their team, but still they're returning four of their starters, and they're defending conference champions. And they got a great post player and a great shooter. So, they're obviously a very good team, and we'll really have to play well to win. Well, I mean, I think that's important because they could have played scared. The three losses we've had were close games that we lost, and so we've had some experience in losing some close games. But it started with defense. I mean, we shut West Texas down, and they didn't score for long periods of time, and rebounding the ball. I mean, we played great defense and rebounded, and we've always had confidence in that. But it's got to start there, and then just offensively, I love the article in the paper. My favorite part was all five players that were on the floor were mentioned in the article, because at some point they scored in either the end of the regulation or in the overtime. So, made a layup or made a three or made their free throws or whatever they did, that all five players contributed offensively, which that's what's been frustrating, is because we're capable of that and we hadn't been doing that. So that was encouraging because we definitely have a lot more offensive firepower than we've shown. Well, I said this earlier. I think we have more depth. Obviously, we have more depth than we've had in the past, and I think it's hurt us a little bit early on, because we're just trying to figure out, who to play, when to play, who to play them with, and that type of thing, because or who to get the ball to, because we have a lot of choices offensively. And I think we're still trying to figure that out, but it's also encouraging, because I think anybody that has the ball in their hand can put some points up on the board, and we're just going to keep getting better at that. I mean, we're not shooting the ball well from the three-point line, and we have 4 or 5 players that can do that. We can score from the inside. We have players that can score off the dribble. So, I mean, I really feel like when we put it all together, we're going to be very difficult to defend.